Ready to rock and roll?
Ready to rock and roll. Come here, sweetie. Oh, you got your hands in your water. Okay, that's great.
My water. Bill, get up.
Oh.
Sit up.
Look, Sally, look.
Hey everybody, we wanted to tell y'all what the Lord's doing in our lives and where He's leading us next.
So Molly and I were both raised in a traditional church. Molly was at Tyro UMC and I was at Hills Corners Lutheran, and they both laid the foundation of our faith. In Proverbs 22:6 it says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." And that's definitely what happened with those first couple churches. Then we also went to Free Church, and that's where actually we met, and we were introduced to what it means to actually have a personal relationship with Christ, and that's invaluable. So we're grateful for that. And then also at Weatherstone, we just continue to dig deeper into our faith, and that's the fellowship that actually led us to become baptized as believers. But we know now that the Lord is calling us to something different that we know is going to stretch us in our faith.
That's right. So about a year ago, my dad passed away, and the Lord gave us a verse. That verse was 1 Timothy chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. It says, "Take care of any widow who has no one else to care for her, but if she has children or grandchildren, their first responsibility is to show godliness at home and repay their parents by taking care of them." This is something that pleases God. So because of that, these verses, we realized that the Lord was calling us to move to North Carolina to be with my mom. And then during this difficult season, we were seeking the Lord often, and we came across a sermon that introduced us to We Are Church.
We Are Church is a model for planting home churches. When the first church began, we read in the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 42, that all the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to the fellowship and to the sharing in meals, including the Lord's Supper, and to prayer.
We Are Church bases many of its values and practices around this same simple structure. Every church member devotes themselves to worshiping Jesus daily through Bible reading and prayer. The Lord's Supper is regularly celebrated because of His command, and also because of how powerful it is to remember what He did for us.
In larger church gatherings, it becomes harder and harder to truly know each other and live like a family. For this reason, gatherings will be only 10 to 20 people, with the goal of multiplying as we grow.
Everyone exercises their spiritual gifts. Everyone is discipled by more mature Christians. And when Jesus said in Matthew 28 to go and make disciples of all nations, we believe that command was for all believers and not just missionaries or church staff members.
We will also meet in homes for financial reasons. No one at We Are Church is paid, so 100% of tithes and offerings go to missions advancing the gospel.
These few bullet points barely scratch the surface of what We Are Church is all about. So we ask that you visit our GoFundMe page. There are 2 links on our GoFundMe page that have videos attached to them that really explain more in depth what We Are Church is all about. We've really been praying about this for about a year now, and because of that, we recently applied to attend the We Are Church 4-day intensive training, and we were both accepted. And so that means that this May we will be going to San Francisco to do the 4-day intensive training program, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah. So while part of this video is to tell our friends and family about what God's doing in our lives, the main part of this video is to ask for financial support to make this trip happen. We need help to cover the cost of transportation, airfare, housing, food, and the training itself.
We believe that God is doing something so much bigger than we ever imagined. In James 1, verse 22, it says, "But don't just listen to God's word. You must do what it says. Otherwise, you're only fooling yourselves." We feel like God is very evidently doing something, and we want to do our part too.
And we know that the road, or believe that the road ahead is going to be a difficult one, but we're really just trying to do this out of obedience to the Lord and what He's calling us to. So we humbly ask you to just keep us in your prayers and consider a financial contribution.
We love you. Thank you.
Good girl.